Hello, my darlings. My name is Victoria, and this is Veritas Tarot. Libra, I'm going to do you a love reading today. Obviously, love for another, the person you're thinking about, but most importantly, love for yourself. If this reading resonates, I would be so grateful if you would comment, like, share, subscribe. I am so grateful for all of you that have done so. It's very humbling, and it brings me such pleasure to know that my messages are reaching those that are meant to receive them. If the reading doesn't resonate, it simply means it was not for you at this time, my darling. You will always receive a message at exactly the right time that you need to hear it, as guided by spirit. I do have my three doggies with me. They all fast asleep, including Nut the Dachshund, who you might just see behind me there. She probably will not be joining this reading this time, although she did just make quite an appearance on the Sagittarius reading. So let's move ahead. I'm going to be using my Spirit Song Tarot to start off the reading. This is a lovely deck with some beautiful messages for you. And then as I feel guided, I will pull other decks and let you know what those decks are. And although my readings are time stamped, obviously they come out at a certain time, they are timeless. They are for whenever you are guided to hear this message. So my darlings, let's move forward, Libra, with this reading. This is for those that most need to hear it in love. Thank you, Spirit. I wanted to come out. So you've got the Knight of Pentacles has come out straight away, and on the top of the deck you've got the Queen of Cups. So I feel within you that there is a waiting for somebody to take a step forward towards you, and I'm going to talk about put these two cards together so you can see them here. There you are as the Queen of Cups, and here is the Knight of Pentacles. The Queen of Cups is somebody who is very compassionate and very loving, somebody who does put others first a great deal. And that, our lives are about those people whose lives that we do touch. But the Queen of Cups is also a reminder for you about self-love, that when you show that yourself, the self-love and compassion and respect and understanding that you do, then you see it reflected in the relationships around you. You are very intent on this person, and I feel that you're feeling that they're taking quite a while to come towards you. I feel that you've gained a great deal of not gained, you've remembered, thank you, Spirit, a great deal of wisdom that you hold within you. That's your soul's ancient wisdom and knowledge, and you have the gift of knowing your inner voice. You are trusting your soul, you're trusting your instinct, you're listening to yourself, and that is wonderful. And you've also learned to sit within the sort of, like a seal does, within the sort of ebb and flow of your emotions. You've learned to prod those feelings. You've learned to sit in the uncomfortable feelings and listen to why you're feeling those feelings. What is any experience trying to teach you at this time? It's like you're a natural healer. I mean, a healer doesn't heal another. A healer just triggers in another the ability to heal themselves. A healer is somebody who says the words or does the things that allow another to understand that they hold that same gift, that same knowledge, that same wisdom and understanding within them. It allows them the gift of seeing life from a different perspective, and that they too can heal themselves and feel better because of it. You very much now are in a place where you thrive in harmony and peace. You don't want any negativity around you. And I think, the memories of the past have allowed you, and the understanding of the past and the compassion for the past has allowed you to be in this present state that you are right now. And love sort of moves you forward, and that's wonderful, because the answer to any question is, what would love do in this situation? But it's love from the right space. It's love from a space of a true foundation, that where you have found out who you are, you found out how powerful you are in a space of having self-love, those healthy boundaries, those the way that we know that we can manifest and create our reality around us, and that when we do it consciously, it's incredibly well, it's quite fun actually to manifest consciously when we watch things actually come into our life that we've actually created, because the thoughts and actions and events and words that you say today, you're placing into your future. So and then there's this Knight of Crystals, who it's the only knight that crosses the finishing line. The Knight of Crystals, this is the camel. So whoever this is, a he or a she, have gone through whatever they've needed to go through and are exactly where they are meant to be at this stage of their journey. So, darling, try not to wait for them to make the appearance. The more you move forward, and focus on yourself and what you need to do at this time for you, the more you're letting go and letting God, the more you let go and let God, the more you leave everything in God's hands, the more you start to see his hands in everything. And it allows you to also let go of trying to control things and then watch things happen for you because they're meant to happen for you rather than you making them happen. And then that means that the walls of resistance, the more walls of you put up without realizing it when you're trying to control something, means that the universe can bring things in through that least cracks, through the smallest crack. Whatever the walls of resistance start to show a crack, the universe brings in whatever you're trying to manifest. This Knight of Crystals has Knight of Pentacles has been on a journey. The camel kind of goes through quite rough, uncharted territory. And it is a slow process, but it's been needed for them in order for them, when they get to you, to be the person that they are intended to be. I hope that makes sense for you. So when we allow another to do a journey at the pace that they are meant to do it, we are not only honoring ourselves and them and spirit, we are saying, I accept that this is this person that I have love for. I'm not attaching meaning to them. I'm not saying this is what I want now, because when you are saying I want this, you're feeling a lack of it. And so when you allow somebody to do a journey at the right pace for them, then you are showing them respect as well, and you're showing yourself respect too. And you're also saying, Spirit, I understand what is happening here, because if this person has been in your life before and they moved out of your life for a while, then it was the intent of spirit and your soul contract with each other that was to happen in order for you both to go through a growth period, in order for you both to let go of things. Maybe this person carried, or you carried, emotional scars from other relationships and you brought it into this relationship. And so therefore you can't heal in the place that you were hurt. So God's spirit removed you from each other in order for you to go through that evolutionary phase that you needed to go through from the understandings that you have got to, from the experiences that you went through. Because we don't learn from our experiences, we learn from standing back and observing those experiences with the perception of, what was this trying to teach me? I manifested this into my life. My soul is yearning to remember what it already knows. What is this trying to teach me? How can I grow from this? And with that perception, you are giving yourself so much self-love and compassion, and you're not then immediately having reactions to things. You're renewing, you're going through a renewal process. So this Knight of Pentacles is it. They're taking the road that they need to take at this time, and you do understand that. So let's just put those two cards there. And I've also now got, at the bottom of the deck has appeared for you, the 10 of Pentacles, the alligator. This knight that's coming towards you, carrying this pentacle, this is the cornerstone of the 10 of Pentacles. This is the cornerstone of the new foundation. This is their piece of it. And your job, and your job only at this time, is to continue to focus on yourself and those other two pentacles. And those two pentacles representing making decisions that are balanced, healthy decisions for yourself, and what that means for you. not becoming overwhelmed by, because you've shown that by being the Queen of Cups, the seal, you've shown that you can balance in that ebb and flow. And so to make decisions and to look at things from a, not a reactionary basis, from a soul basis, bringing the wisdom of your soul, that higher wisdom, that ancient knowledge, bringing it into your mind place. You have to be out of your mind sometimes to make decisions, because our mind can only tell us what we've learned in this lifetime. And if what we're telling ourselves and what we've learned are stories that we've told ourselves about how inadequate we are, how we don't deserve things, how we're not listened to, then that mind will only recreate the same story for you over and over again. And sometimes you have to step out of your mind and into your soul space to receive that ancient wisdom, that knowledge that allows you to have the insight and the foresight for you to move forward. And I really feel that you've got to that place, my darling, but it's about not reacting, trying not to react to your own thoughts, about getting out of that headspace at times, and continuing to learn to be an observer, a witness, and being quiet and being at peace with where you are, because where you are right now is exactly where you are meant to be. The alligator in this is, lives on both land and water. And you are doing at this time this essential groundwork in order to achieve your manifestations. The universe has already said yes, it's already on its way to you. And I know you know that as well. It's just trusting that it's coming in for you at the right time. And that's why, our idea of time is so, we have this idea of tick tock, but we're all just energy, and things happen at exactly the right time. They're meant to happen for us if we get out of the way of them, which is what you know. You've worked very hard, but there is always room for more growth, more change. And it's with the acceptance that you're exactly where you're meant to be. You may not understand it, but you know that your soul knows where you are, exactly where you are right now. And it's a promise for you that with that knowing, the blessings are coming in. Whatever that abundance means for you, that stability, that success, that prosperity, that love, that relationship, it's on its way, but it's going to come at exactly the right time for you. So let's see what our spirit has to say. Ace of Feathers, it's a yes card from the universe. Whatever your question is, this is a yes. And it's shown that you yourself have gone through a very enduring journey as well, just like this Knight of Pentacles, this camel. The goat, the mountain goat, traverses on those high mountain paths, and you've had with you your sure-footed guides along the way, and I see you almost at the top of that mountain now. And that Ace of Feathers represents that understanding you have about where you are right now, those moments of insight that you may or may not be believing. And Spirit's asking you to trust those, because in trusting those moments of insight and clarity, you're trusting God, because God is within you, within your soul. That is your piece of divinity. You are God experiencing. And any change that happens in your life is the Godding process. It's the gift of divinity. It's God. And I feel, have embraced change with this Queen of Cups card. You've embraced change. And now that deep wisdom and that love that you have for yourself is allowing the universe to work with you to manifest those things that you are wishing to happen. Now, I'm going to talk about, just briefly, wishing is where we have a bit of doubt, quite a bit of doubt attached. Hope is when we have a little bit more belief, but we still have quite a bit of doubt attached. Belief is, yeah, I think it's going to happen, but there's that element. And knowing is, I trust in this Godding experience. I trust that I am manifesting my reality. I trust that this has already happened. I haven't seen it yet, because it has to work beautifully like a spider's web in connection with other souls causing this to happen with me. And that is the knowing. And when you know something and sitting in the Queen of Cups space, just the visualization of it brings you joy, then you are willing it into your reality. So that is the Ace of Feathers. It's a very beautiful card for you to have. And the ace is the gift from God, this change that's happened for you. Have confidence in yourself. Focused on that high, keep focusing on that higher vibration, my darling. Keep focusing on your path, your journey. There isn't room on that path for another beside you at this time. This is a path that has been for you alone. Stand in the space you are right now. Stand in this present moment and say, I am ready to receive whatever the universe wishes to bring in for me, or knows it's bringing in for me. I am ready. And that causes all those walls of resistance to come down. And it also allows you to be in this present moment, because that is where life is right now, in this present moment. And we feel, when people always look to the future to say, well, that's when I'm going to be happy, that's when I'm going to be at peace. Well, actually, in reality, if you're at peace now, understanding you're meant to be here right now for whatever reason, even though you may not understand it, then everything works. Everything seems to flow into place at the right time, because you are at peace right now. So let's move forward with the reading. Thank you. In fact, I'm going to put this deck down, and I've been asked to use my Light Seers Tarot, and I'm going to focus a little bit more on this Knight of Pentacles for you. Thank you, Spirit. Of course, Ace of Pentacles. This Knight of Pentacles is bringing in this Ace of Pentacles for you. Arms outstretched. It's a gift. It's a gift, and it's happening again in divine timing. The roots of it it's already taken root. Things grow in the dark, my darling. We grow in the dark. Everything in nature starts in the dark, and that darkness is the most transformative time. So whatever this Knight of Pentacles has been through, my love, it has allowed they have nurtured themselves, they have healed themselves, they have grown, and they are now offering you a gift from that growth, from that nurture. It's grounded. The Knight of Pentacles, as I said, is the only one who comes with a gift that you can trust. It's a beautiful gift. It's very beautiful. Thank you. Any more you can tell me about this Knight of Pentacles? Thank you for Libra. Page of Wands. So this is a message, my darling. This is this beautiful message, and it's a message about what they now have come to understand is their passion, what they really want to focus on. Wands are about our passions, our desires, our creativity. It has made them have a real, it's bringing them great joy, this understanding. It brings their soul great joy. So let's have a look. They do want to rush forward a little bit, and it's a reminder about not rushing forward and being a bull in a china shop with the emperor. There has been games in the past. There has been that sort of moving forward in a way that may have hurt other people's feelings. And you are sitting here as the Queen of Pentacles. When this Knight comes forward, there's still going to be an element of that they don't feel in that same space as you, that they still have to release those feelings within them that they don't deserve this. And that is the story that many of us tell each other and ourselves over our lifetime, based on experiences that we've had, based on what our mind tells us. That's why you have to be out of your mind to step into your soul space and listen to your intuition. But with this Queen of Pentacles, there has been an ending. But you are now in a space where you can make a decision with whatever this Knight of Pentacles is about what is right for you. It's about taking time making that decision. It's about sitting and meditating on it and trusting that whatever feels right for you will be right for you. Thank you, Spirit. Anything else to tell me? Two of Wands. Two of Wands, that is the decision that you're going to make. It's about making a decision from your higher self. I see the world there. I see the camper van. Maybe this is a decision to go and move abroad, to go and travel, to do things that you absolutely love to do. Maybe where you are right now, you are feeling a little trapped. And, you know, I know a lot of people through COVID have had that experience of feeling that they haven't been able to go out and do things. But you see, you know, that space, I want you to think about what COVID has also given you. What time has it allowed you to sit and reflect, what rest it has given you as well. You will make the right decision, my love, because that Two of Wands is about making the right decision from your highest self. Thank you, Spirit. Anything else you wish to tell me from this deck? Right, Three of Wands and the Devil card. Very powerful cards, these two cards. The Three of Wands is about you letting go and letting God now. About, as I've said, you know, when you start to let go and let God, and start to put everything into his hands or her hands, and start to say, thank you for me understanding that this problem has already been resolved for me. Thank you for me understanding that my patience is necessary in order for this to happen in divine timing. Thank you. And I am ready for whatever you wish to bring in for me. You allow yourself to go with the flow, and you allow those manifestations to start to come in because you're starting to observe and see your life from a different perspective. And that you are creating your reality around you. And the Devil card is that card of letting go of the self-doubt, turning your belief into knowing, and to try and release, to try and stop overthinking things, and to try and stop thinking about how things might happen and when things might happen, but just to simply trust that you are exactly where you're meant to be and going with the flow. It's also for you to look at, to see whether there is anything within you that is still holding emotional scars or baggage, because you don't want to take that forward into the next relationship that you have. It's something you have to resolve in the relationship with yourself. And part of that is, if you can observe why things have happened in your life with the perspective of why have they happened for me, and then look to have that understanding and compassion for yourself, because you understand this may have been a pattern behavior you'd had your entire life, and actually this experience is allowing you to release that burden and to step away from that space. Then you're putting yourself into that higher vibration, and you've learned to really, really, really love yourself. And I feel that's been true. You've worked very hard on this. You've worked very hard on your spiritual growth. You've worked hard on releasing and letting go. And it's really allowed you to come into a place where you're really beginning to feel that you have that recognition and understanding, and you know that you deserve that from the experiences around you. Because once you start to give yourself that self-love and self-respect, you start to see it reflected in relationships around you. Excuse me just 1 second. Somebody was at the door. I do apologize. And now little Nut is awake, so she may want to come up in a minute. So going back to that Six of Wands, you've done a great deal of work. You're starting to accept that you deserve to receive. And this is also what this card is about here. And you are beginning to, people are beginning to be aware of how, sorry, just sorting out my lights there, how aware, people are beginning to be aware of how changed you are. And I think that's a wonderful, wonderful thing, because you've done that yourself. You've moved into a different energy space and a different place of accepting who you are and what you deserve to receive from yourself and also from others in the relationship. You've got the World card now, which has appeared, and this tells me that you've come to an end of a cycle. And that's why you've got two aces and you've got the page. This is why this Knight of Pentacles is coming in with this Ace of Pentacles, because you've come to a place of harmony. You've come to a place of balance, those decisions you're making from the right space for yourself. And it's a beautiful card of fulfillment, and it's a sort of ending and a pause before the new cycle comes in, before this Ace of Pentacles comes in. The universe never takes you from one cycle to another just like that. You're always given a time of rest, a time to recognition as well, a time of renewal. And so this is your pause time that you have right now. So do have patience, and do just accept that you're in a space of learning to become of a being. I am that space of just being and observing and watching and trusting that it's all unfolding for you at exactly the right time for you. Let me pull my Sacred Traveler cards. Where are they? There they are. Just to see a little bit more information for you. And again, I'm seeing at the bottom of the deck, by the way, the Queen of Cups has come out again. So that's come out twice. You've done an extraordinary amount of work, my darling. You've sat in those emotions. You've sat in that space. You have healed yourself. You've transformed yourself, and you're doing it with such a new, beautiful awareness of how amazing you are and what you deserve. It's truly beautiful. So let's have a look. And on the bottom of the deck, I'm seeing that transformation card that's sitting there, which says a fresh new way of living emerges with the phoenix rising up from the ashes. Anything else, Spirit? Thank you. Look at this. Oh, well, of course, it's still there. Transformation. A fresh new way of living emerges. Phoenix from the ashes. You've come up out of a space where the fire has had to take away and remove everything, but in doing so, those new shoots of growth have appeared. It's the freshness. There's a whole new perspective of things, a whole new way of seeing this, and it's a fresh new start for you. And this Knight of Pentacles is a demonstration of where you are right now energetically. The person that's coming in, the person that you're aware of, I believe, that's coming towards you, having done their own journey. This card says discovering truth. You stand in the light of truth. And you've gone in a different direction than people have expected you to do. And you've gone in a direction where you haven't followed the crowd. I think you've lost people along the way, but people have to leave our lives in order for others to come in. And it's with that acceptance that we see them go with love, but with the trust that it is for our greatest good. And if they are meant to return, they will return at the time for us. And I'm not just talking about relationships, which are love relationships. Well, I'm talking about relationships where you do love another from a very much a friend point of view too. It's about traveling lightly for you. You don't need a lot of what you felt that you used to have. And you are following your own guidance. You're not listening so much to other people telling you where you need to go. It's really lovely, darling. So lastly, what am I going to pull for you lastly? Spirit. Yes, my spirit animal deck for you, Libra. Thank you, Spirit. Nut is now eating a loo roll. I'm just going to ignore it for a minute because I know I'll miss it when she stops doing it. She's doing it right by me, so she knows she wants some attention. Look at this. Wanted to come out. Koala spirit. Spirit has a plan. So this is, for me, the koala sits in the tree. The koala is at peace sitting there. The more you sit in that observation mode, the more you sit in the peace of the moment, understanding you're exactly where you're meant to be, the more you are in a place of solitude and silence, the more you will come to that complete knowing and understanding that Spirit has a plan. And Spirit, when Spirit has a plan, when a card like this comes out, it talks to me about a wink from the universe. It's that plan of the sliding doors moment, that beautiful coincidences, those synchronicities, things that we couldn't explain. That's Spirit's plan, because the universe has a huge sense of humor. And we're meant to be experiencing joy all the time. And so when Spirit says they have a plan, my darling. And it's just simply for you to trust and believe. So Libra, I hope that helped and resonated with whoever came and listened to these messages. I look forward to doing another reading for you soon, but in the meantime, take care, my darling. And Nut's desperate to get up, so I'm going to have to go, unless you want to say a quick hello. Nut, come and say hello. Now you've destroyed the loo roll. What have you destroyed? You want to go back to sleep? What do you want to do? Anyway, everybody, if you haven't met Nut, this is Nut. She's now, how old are you now, darling? You are 12 weeks old, 13 weeks old? Yes, you're 13. I'm so sorry. Okay, very grown up girl. But we need to go to sleep now, okay? Take care, my darlings. Bye-bye.